our friend Jeff Bezos, he just bought a house for 165 million in Los Angeles.
Bought land for 90.
Right, but he also made a big purchase in New York City last July for 100 million at 212 Fifth Avenue. And if he's putting 100 million into New York City, the luxury market is definitely there. And I see people definitely spending more money. I mean, they're definitely, the price points on like, Net-a-Porter are consistent. And, you have to remember too, like for a while, all the shoes were like $1,000. Well, now we're having shoes like back to normal. So it's like more, I like to describe it as honest, because before a really expensive pair of shoes, when I was the editor-in-chief of Elle Accessories, it was $500 was a really expensive pair of shoes. Now we're seeing a lot more at that price point. And the thing is that we want you to have that European mentality where you're less is more. You're buying really high-end, great quality clothes, and then you're accessorizing with fast fashion, like Zara, or if you're younger, like Brandy Melville. So it's like that's really what the big trend is.
And from the investor standpoint, and not like investors are stylish people, but they're
very stylish.
Yeah, they wear khakis. But I think investors see the world as an athleisure world, and everyone's obsessed with that trend. You actually deal in the fashion world. Is that something that does play out? And it kind of sounds like this mixing and matching would lend itself to that. But is this something you do see in practice? So
that's a really good question. We're seeing that with Tom Ford. So Tom Ford, instead of showing in New York City, he showed in Los Angeles, California, and one of the first couple of looks were these athleisure, great t-shirts, sweatpants. But then we also see the other side of Tom Ford, which is Bella Hadid in this like nearly there dress that was like, literally put together by one piece of velvet. So we're seeing both. We're seeing both is the answer to that.
So in your real estate line of work, I mean, we get these headlines, Jeff Bezos, but then we also have stuff here in New York where things maybe are sitting longer, people are getting deals, all these condos, these luxury condos are flooding the market. In New York specifically, not Jeff Bezos rich, but like Goldman Sachs rich. Are people buying?
I mean, we're back to that comment of an honest market. So I feel that New York is a very honest market. I mean, people are having bidding wars because the prices are right. The sellers are selling at the great price. The buyers are buying at the great price. And so people are really starting to buy. Holly Parker team, I mean, it's not even Valentine's Day and we're already, up to 80 million. So, I mean, there is a lot of movement and there's a lot of deals to be had too.
And just quickly on the New York, you mentioned Tom Ford showing in LA. It makes me feel like right now it's like New York versus LA. Which one's cooler? Which one's hotter?
Yeah.
It feels like it's LA. Right?
Yeah.
Does that seem right to you?
It's so fascinating that you say that because I actually wrote an article for Elle. This is like 10 years ago about LA, and people were like, "Oh, LA is just for denim and swimwear, and nobody buys anything because it's all like workout clothes." But LA is really coming into its own. There's a lot of great brands that are coming out. Downtown LA is popping. I mean, everybody's down there. The real estate there is incredible. And I feel like, I don't think that there's like a one versus the other. I definitely think that the New York brands are, really, keeping their way, but the LA brands, that athleisure is very, very, it's very cool. People are wearing leggings again as pants. I mean, and sneakers are never going to go away. I mean, now that people are comfortable in their sneakers, they're just going to wear them all the time.